How do we deal with that stress?
Stress hormones shut down the immune system to conserve energy so I can run away from the threat. And I go, it's so powerful at shutting down the immune system that stress hormones are used, listen, therapeutically. If I am going to transplant an organ from one person to another, the recipient of that transplant, their immune system, by definition, is going to try and reject the transplant because it's foreign tissue. I say, so what do doctors do before they transplant an organ? They give the patient stress hormones, because when they get the stress hormones, it inhibits the immune function from rejecting the graft. My God, stress hormones are so effective at shutting down the immune system that they use it therapeutically to stop the function of that immune system.
Now we're in these strange times as well, that our stress has been exacerbated, not just by the news, but the lockdown and even more. So what's your advice to people?
Well, the first straightforward advice is this: we have to maintain our physiology and our health. It's not that difficult. Eat food that is good for you, not industrial farm, but organic, natural, healthy food. Industrial farm food is loaded with chemicals that influence our system in a very negative way. All you have to do is look at a farmer out there in those industrial farms spraying the crops. They're all wearing hazard suits. So taking care of your nutrition, number one, is important because we nourish our cells. And if you shorten the supply of nourishment, of course you're going to be open to sickness. Number two is to take advantage of vitamins and supplements and things to support us because our food isn't that great. Anything we can do outside to enhance our immune system, and let me just add, especially vitamin C. When we support ourselves that way, we strengthen the immune system. And then third thing, watch what you're thinking. Because the moment you are thinking of stressful things like, oh my God, I'm not working for weeks and my job, my salary, do I have any money? Fear comes from that. Can I pay the rent? Am I going to die? Of course, fear comes from that. And I go, these fears are the primary things that inhibit the function of the immune system. It's the fear of death is the problem that we must deal with today. The cells in my body are in a skin-covered petri dish. They're responding to the chemistry of the blood, which is the culture medium, which determines their fate. And then all of a sudden, the most important question, there's two: who's the chemist that puts the chemistry into that blood? The answer is the brain. And then comes the most important question of all: what chemicals should the brain put into the blood? Because if you change the chemicals, you change the fate of the cells. So here's the answer. Whatever picture you hold in your mind, the brain translates that picture into chemistry that complements that picture and puts that chemistry in the blood, and the body responds to the picture in your mind.